Welcome, daring detective, to the Blue-Toed Murder Files. So, how many of you will be playing? Choose your... Welcome, weary traveler, to Little Riddle. From on high, you may see Little Riddle as the very epitome of tranquil tradition, the embodiment of the ethereal English ideal. It may appear thus, innocent wanderer, but tarry not. For in this supposed Eden, the serpent is ascendant, and deceit is its gift. Deceit and murder. Sheer chance brought agents of the renowned Blue-Toed Agency to Little Riddle, giving the innocent hope and striking fear in the hearts of wrongdoers. 4 murders, the theft and attempted theft of 2 statues linked to the mystery, and a trail of seduction, misdirection, and deadly intent led the tenacious investigators to the local doctor. However, he has slipped the net, his Machiavellian maneuvers instead ensuring the incarceration of those innocents championing law and order in Little Riddle. What chance now for the forces of justice? Your long night in the small cell of Little Riddle's police station is at an end. Inspector Bragg awaits you as the constable escorts you from your cell.
Unfortunately, I can't keep you here any longer. I'd like to. I'd really rather have you locked up for all eternity. Instead, all I can do is say to you to pack up and get out of Little Riddle sharpish. Be sure to be gone by the time the last train leaves tonight. Otherwise, I really will lock you up and throw away the blasted key. Now get out of here, sharpish.
The morning sun has already dried the streets as you trudge the short distance to the hotel. Just to add to your rather sour morning, the hotel manager is waiting to feed you bitter pills.
Back to cause more mayhem? Maybe brought some buckets of the stuff this time, yes? Going to do the walls as well? Destroying the carpets not enough for you?
With a heavy sense of impending doom, you ask what the unpleasant little man is going on about.
What am I? Oh, I see. Pleading ignorance. You know full well that you dragged muddy feet through your upgraded room and the corridor outside your door. Destroyed my nice new cream carpet. You either pay for the damage or you find out who actually did it. Until you reveal the culprit, you are not getting into your room.
With insults piling high atop injuries, you resign yourself to solving one more mystery. Perhaps the hotel register, packed as it is with scribbled side notes, can help you in your new task. The hotel owner recorded the names of everyone who had visited the hotel this morning. Can you work out what time each one visited? Are you marvelous or moronic? That's the one. All wrapped up already? Great heavens! Ooh, ooh! No mistakes made. Show off. Look around you and be comforted. You are better than they. Deciphering the scrawl of scribbled scratchings, you determine that 4 individuals have been at the hotel that morning, despite the early hour. The postman had a telegram for you. The baker was supposedly delivering bread, but he and the hotel chef were found wandering the corridors. The vicar was discovered doing much the same thing, though he claimed to be checking the place out before making a large booking. Deciding not to risk breakfast here at the hotel, you head off to speak to the suspects. That the Blue Toad Agency has been reduced to investigating housekeeping incidents rankles hugely as you contemplate the interviews ahead. Today, seemingly your last in the village, has not started too well. Far be it from me to add to your woes, but I do wonder, can you answer these questions? Fantastic work! Your keen eye and attention to detail will serve you well. If you want to get into your room, you'll have to deduce who is responsible for the mud in the hotel. Get to it. You have 4 suspects to interview. There will be times when you have to pick from a number of possible locations. Click on the left or right arrow to explore the possibilities. Picking your way carefully through the still damp churchyard, you soon find the vicar. He seems even more distracted than usual this morning. Oh, hello. Yes, quite. No one with you? No? Oh, good. That is good. Everything here is fine. Fine, you know. Glad you're here, really. You see, I was hoping you could help me decide where I need the rain I prayed for to fall. Dark forces of the unspeakable netherworld, you know, they do like one to be accurate. You decide to help the vicar once more, hoping to press home more pertinent questions once his guard is down. With Moses now gone, the vicar must trust Mother Nature to water the plants. Where must the clouds form if they are to meet the needs of each plant? Let's find out how you did. Correct you are. Well done. What? Finished already? And without a single error being made. There are no words sufficient to describe your brilliance. clicking the mouse in 5, 4. His lunatic dilemma solved, you tell the increasingly nervous vicar about your quest to find out who destroyed the hotel carpets.
Mud? No, I don't think so. Where would I possibly get mud on my shoes? Ha 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 ha. Less mud. And I only went as far as reception, really. I mean, what else would I be doing there?
An eyebrow raised archly and some sustained eye contact are all it takes to break the man.
Oh, gods, I can't. I'm so sorry. I just can't go on lying about it anymore. I awoke this morning to find that Moses had run away. I went looking for him, searched all around the church. It was all to no avail. I don't know what to do. He left only this note. It is as I feared, his son has returned and is up to no good. Moses asks something here. I don't understand. Don't let him get the other 2 statues, he says. Does that make any sense to you?
The note confirms so much. One statue was stolen, and the doctor has it. Another is in the antique shop, though the doctor has tried to get that one too. The third, perhaps Lady Snobbish can help, if you can get to her. Your investigation requires a visit to the bakery to meet with the baker. However, when you arrive, you find an argument in full flow.
Oh, he is not.
He is! Scum! Running like a Frenchman he is! Scum!
He's not. You don't have to take this personal like.
Any right-thinking Englishman would do the same! Scum he is! Abandoning us like this! Coward! Scum!
Don't go on so. You know it's not like that.
How is it then? Hey? Hey? Scum, I tells you! Hey?
He's quite entitled and you know it.
Entitled? Entitled? Oh yes, entitled! And a fine mess we'd all be in if we was all entitled! We ain't! An Englishman has his duty. It's the law. The real law, proper and all. He ain't entitled. He's got responsibilities. Scum!
It takes a good few minutes of ahumming before the 2 combatants finally notice you standing there.
Oh, I am so sorry. Where are my manners? Welcome to my humble establishment. Say sorry, Winston.
Hello again. Sorry about all that. Pardon my language and all. Hang on a minute. You can help us with that candle maker scum. You can do that investigating stuff. You could have a look at the rubbish he left us with.
The butcher and baker are discussing the candlestick maker. Can you solve their candle conundrum?
Scum!
Are you correct? Let's see. Huzzah! You're finished. That was quick. Oh, and aren't you the smug one? No mistakes. Well done. Please take this moment to look as smug as possible.
See, I told you it was nothing to worry about. Oh, he does worry.
You take the opportunity to ask about the baker's visit to the hotel. Is there a chance he might have left a stain on the carpets when he went wandering this morning?
Oh, certainly not. I'm very particular about that sort of thing. People think dirty baker, dirty bakery, dirty sausage rolls. No, I only went looking for the chef. Silly man thought it was all very funny. Anyway, Winston, are you happy now? All sorted out with the candles?
Not the point, and you know it. He ran away, he did. Scum. Ran away on account of all his death and stuff. Scum. Abandoning us, he did. Scum!
It would seem the old homily is true, and that there really are some people you just can't help. The baker was very quick to emphasize the hotel chef. Justifiably? Whatever the case, it's time to move on. A part of you is disappointed at how clean the kitchens are in your hotel. Their cleanliness is at odds with the condition of the rooms and also with the chef himself.
Hey, what you doing, huh? What do you want? Come on, I ain't got all day here.
Oddly mollified by the chef's brusque but honest demeanor, you ask about the morning, about the mud, and about him being out of the kitchen.
Oh, hey, I knows yous. You checking into all the bad stuff that's been happening. How do you like that? I got something yous can help me with.
Huh? Even a seasoned professional like the chef can get confused on occasion. Can you help him sort out his mixed-up food labels? Eeny, meeny, miny. That's the ticket. Great Scott, that was fast. You made that look easy, not an error in sight. Olympian intelligence deserves an Olympian reward.
Hey, you done good. You done real good. How about that?
You draw the conversation back to the issue of the mud in the hotel. Something the chef is in the frame for.
Huh, how about that? The boss gotta blame me for that mud. Sheesh, what a schmuck. See, I heard him getting all bent out of shape about it. So I figure I gotta see what's getting done, yeah? Funniest damn thing I've seen in a long time, huh? Mud all over his damn rug. How do you like that? Huh? I'm still laughing when the baker guy finds me. Now he's all bent out of shape too, because I wasn't in the kitchen when he arrived. big deal. We got it all sorted out, bada boom, he goes away happy. Say, we all done here? Been a blast. Don't be a stranger, but get out of here, okay?
Arriving in the village post office, you briefly wonder if the day is not some horrible ordeal set by forces on high to test your patience.
Watcha! Not so close, you... Oh! Nearly did myself an injury. What can I do for you?
You ask if he perchance attempted to deliver the telegram he holds for you directly to your room that morning.
What, me? In there? In that hotel? Oh, no, wouldn't. No time, you see. Ha! No, all very precise. It is my route. Now, where did I put that logbook thing? It was... Oh, just a sec. I thought... Oh, just a sec.
The postman wanders off to hunt for the logbook that you've already spotted is on the counter. The complex timings and routes will take some working out. The postman has described his daily route in the logbook. Can you use this to ascertain the way he travels?
So, at the beginning, I remember hearing, what was it now? Ah, yes! Oh, it was clearly a... I heard... Then... But then I almost got killed by a... What next? Yes, oh, there's the evil... And then Mr... He's a very punctual... And make no mistake. Ha! Right, then I hear a... And then a... Again. No, first the... And then the... I know it's a... After that, because it almost made me fall off my bike. So, after the... That made me almost fall off my bike, there was even more evil. Then there was another. Followed by a... Followed by a... Then there was another. Right after a... Then I had another. Who's not as punctual as the first, and then I finished my route with a final... Unfortunately, before I get to the... I have to deal with another.
What will the ducks reveal? Correct you are. My, weren't you in a hurry? With nary a hiccup. Well done. You deserve so much more, but this will have to do. You've just finished with the logbook when the postman returns.
I couldn't find that. Hello? You're gone again. Don't do that. Gosh, I found the telegram, your telegram, and my logbook. You found it, sir. Madam, I mean. Or sir. Here, take this, and I'll get my reading glasses for the book.
You take the telegram and depart, leaving the postman to his new search. The brief missive is from Blue Toad. You read that Bragg's superiors have been in touch, demanding your withdrawal from the case. However, the agency expresses faith in your abilities. Your spirits suitably buoyed, you return to the investigation. There are no police on duty at Riddle Manor. When you confront her ladyship, the reception is as cold as expected.
How dare you? How very dare you? I shall have my butler call the inspector.
You cut her off right there, quickly and coldly, laying out the truths you now have in your armory. The doctor is a snobbish and is likely hoping to be the next lord of the manor. He is pursuing 3 statues of Prometheus, including the one he has already had stolen from her ladyship.
I see. Very well. Won't you sit? I shall fetch some wine. I rather fear I could do with a glass.
With all that has happened in Little Riddle, it seems prudent to you to monitor the liberal libations the lady lavishes on you.
Yes.
Lady Snobbish returns with a jug full of wine and pours herself a glass. Can you, just with your deductive skills, figure out how much wine the glass is holding?
Good day.
Let's see how you did. Correct you are. Gosh, you got through that one, lickety-split. No mistakes made, too, you great big swat. My, aren't you terribly talented? Well done. The excellent wine steadies Lady Snobbish as she begins her tale.
I had feared as much when the statue was not returned. I had not known about the doctor, though now you mention it, I do see the resemblance. Some generations ago, the lord of the manor was something of an inventor. Malachi, that was his name. It was through his mechanical marvels that he earned our fortune, and he was even granted an hereditary peerage. However, in the final years of his life, when he wasn't morbidly designing his own crypt of all things, he was working on his most fantastic invention yet. Something so astounding, so advanced, that he declared the world wasn't ready for it. He was so determined that no one should unearth his last creation that he hid it away somewhere. He said the 3 Prometheus statues were the key to the key, whatever that meant. I'm afraid his mind was going towards the end, and no one really believed him. Perhaps the doctor has discovered some truth to it all. Ghastly business. Now, I shall have to arrange an alternative physician. What a terrible bore.
You leave Lady Snobbish to make her arrangements. If it were not for the deadlines hanging over you, her information would be most helpful. As it is, you still have the stain to deal with. Enough is enough. With all that's going on, the hotel manager's ridiculous concerns are getting in the way. You march up to the man and demand access to your room.
Yes, never mind that. This is actually important. Look here. In the absence of any help from you, I've been doing a little detective work myself. No real trick to it. I was just explaining my findings to the constable here.
I really should be...
Here's what I found. Listen, you might learn something.
Oh, for goodness sake. One hopes he is joking. The hotel owner has devised an elaborate experiment to analyze the muddy footprints. Can you take control and make the bacteria disappear? What will the ducks reveal? Correct. All wrapped up already? Great heavens! Ooh, ooh! No mistakes made. Show off. Look around you and be comforted. You are better than they.
So, that's what I've discovered. Holmes himself favoured the scientific method, and I think you'll agree I've nicely championed his cause. Right, fine. You can't come in. Tell me the real culprit, or you can swing in the wind for all I care. Good day.
You head outside, not quite knowing what to do now. The constable catches you up.
Hey, wait for me! I'm sorry, but the inspector wanted me to watch out for you and to ask what you've been doing. Sorry about that.
With a sigh, you make a start. Before long, the constable is sitting in rapt attention as you regale him with your adventures. Laying it on a bit thick, you tell him that your gallant quest for justice has, sadly, come to an end.
No, you can't leave now. We've got to see this through. I'll help you. That is, if you don't mind. We need to find these statues. So, what do you think?
What indeed? What else but tally-ho! A new companion and renewed purpose. You'll show Inspector Bragg never to doubt a blue-toed detective. The constable has joined you on your investigation, encouraging you to solve the mystery behind the statues. Before you begin, however, I want to see if you can answer my questions. That clean sweep of questions puts you most resoundingly in my good book. 2 of the statues were found at the doctor's and the antique shop. Maybe the colonel learnt of the 3rd? Let us see if you can find them all. Even with the constable doing his best, the approach to the antique shop owner does not get off to the most auspicious start.
You most certainly are not taking it anywhere. It's not for sale. I'm rather fond of it.
But this is for a most important police investigation. There's been murder and everything. Please, can we borrow it? Pretty please?
Realizing this is going nowhere, you're about to intervene when the statue's guardian turns to you.
I recognise you. You better. You helped me before after some rapscallion tried to, nothing. If you want to assist me with this little matter, I'll let you borrow the statue. But I want it returned intact first thing tomorrow.
You indulge the self-serving antiques purveyor. The antique shop owner is a very fussy person, and as such he needs his belongings arranged in a very particular way. Can you place the flower vases according to his rules? Did you show intellect or idiocy? No, that was wrong. Try again, perhaps? Let's see how you did. Correct. What? Finished already? But more hurry, less haste, and more mistakes. Never mind, allow us... That done, you seek your just reward.
So simple. Too simple, in fact. I shall be keeping my statue. Ooh, take it. Bring it back tomorrow morning.
That was well done. I didn't think we were going to get that. Pass it here a moment, will you?
Sitting on a nearby park bench, the constable pokes and prods at the statue. You're about to offer to help when he turns one of the legs. 2 tiles and a piece of paper fall out.
Oh, I hope that was supposed to happen. We'd best take this along and look at it later. We don't want that antiques chap seeing we broke his prize statue.
You're tempted to point out that we didn't break anything. However, he is correct. This is neither the time nor the place. At the doctor's house, the constable certainly seems to be getting into the spirit of the occasion.
We don't have a warrant for this, so I'll catch it hot if we get rumbled. I'll wait outside with your dog. He can bark if anyone comes, right? I can always step in and arrest you if the doctor comes, so it'll be all right.
Yes, how terribly reassuring. The doctor is not a believer in clean living, it seems. With the very room itself seeming to be a puzzle, it takes a while for you to find and focus on the real challenge. Amongst the mess, you'll find a few sentences, some of which form part of a poem. Can you use the information to work out which lines these are? Ducks! Drum roll! Spot on! You're finished. That was quick, and without a single error being made. There are no words sufficient to describe your brilliance. So, the statue contained 3 items of importance. 2 tiles and a small slip of paper, which reads, "Until Judgment Day and the trumpets sound, on that clarion call. It seems you'll need to pocket your discoveries and contemplate them later.
Sorry about that. He saw a squirrel. Was it there? Did you get what we needed?
You confirmed that the incriminating evidence was there, but the constable rather deflates the euphoria.
So, we know he's guilty. That's great. Of course, we can't use that evidence, seeing as how you broke in and all, but we know we're on the right track. Best get going now, I suppose. Where next?
On with the hunt! It is rare that you find yourself returning to the scene of your own crime. Breaking and entering has become something of a habit for you in Little Riddle.
Gosh, there's a lot to go through and no mistake. I suppose we'd better split up and see if we can find this missing statue. There must be some organisation to all this.
Looking at the precarious piles of papers and research materials, you're not sure that organisation was something Bert the Blag knew of. Still, one never knows. You found a notebook with relevant information about the resting place of the third statue. Can you decipher what the Colonel was trying to say? And your result is... spot on! Great Scott, that was fast! Oh, and aren't you the smug one? No mistakes. Well done. Please take this moment to look as smug as possible. It seems from what you've uncovered that the con-man Colonel didn't know anything about the treasure, but did know about the statue.
Look here! He doesn't know what's so important about it, but he mentions in his notebook about the village green. Says something needs unearthing there.
It seems the third statue is interred on the village green. Perhaps further perusal of the notebook while on the green sward itself may be revealing. With the ever-enthused constable leading the way, you press on. The village green looks awfully large in the fading light of day. Time is marching on, something of which your constabulary companion is keenly conscious.
It'd take us days to dig up all of this. We don't have that sort of time. The inspector would find out too, and then we'd catch it hot, no mistake. You're supposed to be on a train soon. What are we gonna do?
As the constable's confidence collapses, you clutch closely the counterfeit colonel's copious copy. Perhaps in there you will find a clue to expedite your excavations. You realize that finding a small statue in the massive village green is no trivial chore, and that the map in the Colonel's notebook might help you with this task. Where is the statue buried? And your result is... Huzzah! My, weren't you in a hurry? You made that look easy, not an error in sight. Olympian intelligence deserves an Olympian reward. With the notebook pointing the way to the snobbish arch, Watson quickly unearths the statue. However, the news is not all good.
Well, at least we got a bit of the poem and the tiles. They're made of something different from the rest. The old duffer who came up with all of this must have expected it to be solved sooner. So, what does the poem say? Assuming that we've got it all now.
You have indeed recovered the entire snobbish poem, and this is how it goes. Though the guards be asleep, the treasure they keep, until Judgment Day and the trumpet sound. On that clarion call, sacred sleepers wake all. From 'neath Prometheus, they are unbound. With all you know of the ancestor who constructed this cryptic conundrum, the answer is simple enough. So simple, even the constable has guessed.
The snobbish crypt! The treasure is in the snobbish crypt!
As the day turns to evening, all leads now point to the crypt. But have you been paying attention? Let's see if you can answer these. Either you are the reincarnation of Sherlock Holmes, or these questions are too easy. Wonderful work, either way you look at it. Time draws short if you are not only to solve this mystery, but also make it in time to catch the last train. Onward to your destiny! Through the cloying mists and grasping mud of a sepulchral night, you creep ever closer to your goal. The snobbish crypt! Soaked by grey mist and graveyard mud, your weary steps nearly faltering, you gasp as the ominous tomb looms through the encroaching darkness.
Cool. Big, isn't it?
Yes, it's big. The constable is quickly on the case, trampling through the mud to study the front of the crypt.
Over here! I think the tiles fit here!
The constable is correct. However, another puzzle stands between you and the treasure. You have arrived at the crypt with the 6 stones you believe you need to gain access. Can you figure out the correct way to place them on the crypt's door? How did you do? Splendid! Gosh, you got through that one, lickety-split, with nary a hiccup. Well done. You deserve so much more.
Right, never mind all that. What about my carpet?
Having opened the crypt, all thoughts of entering it are temporarily lost in the earnest battle not to both shriek with fright and throttle the single-minded hotel manager. He takes full advantage of the moment.
So, trying to dodge your duties, I see? I caught you just in time.
We're not dodging anything. This is part of a very serious investigation. And I should have you for assaulting an officer of the law.
Oh, don't be so wet. And you, what about my carpet? Do you know who did the damage yet? I'm not leaving this spot until you've told me everything. My hotel's reputation is at stake along with my income. If a hotel inspector had seen that mess, we'd have lost a star. You might not care, but I do. So out with it. Who left that stain?
The valiant constable is about to intercede when you assure him that all is in order. You tell the hotel manager that you, in fact, know exactly who soiled his carpets.
This had better be good.
From the scribbled notes on the hotel register for that morning, you were able to ascertain that there were 4 possible suspects. The postman had come to the hotel. Nothing unusual in that, except he claimed he had a telegram for you. An excuse if caught searching your room, perhaps? The baker was supposedly delivering bread. Quick to shift the blame, he claimed the chef had not been in the kitchens and that he had gone looking for him. Another excuse, perhaps, to further his own agenda? The vicar claimed he only ventured into the hotel reception, and there was no way he could have got mud on his shoes. Is he telling the truth? The hotel chef was also found wandering the corridors. He was certainly outside of his normal workplace, but did he have reason to be? 4 out-of-place people, one of whom had it in for the hotel carpets. But who? Can you deduce the culprit and prove yourself worthy of your role as a blue-toed detective? Player 1, you get to choose first. In fact, this little mystery was solved before lunch by simple observation. The carpet murderer was, in fact, the vicar! The poor, distracted man went looking all around the church in search of Moses. Surely he would have trampled through the graveyard's mud before looking for you at the hotel. The vicar was distraught at losing Moses and clearly wasn't paying attention to the thick mud on his shoes picked up in the graveyard, much as everyone now present at the tomb has done. Lastly, you spotted the vicar's muddy shoes at the church when you visited him there a little before lunch.
Right, that'll do. I'm honestly most grateful for your help, but I really have better things to do than get bored by your explanations. I'm going to leave you to your nonsense while I get down to some real work and chat with our vicar about what he's going to do about my carpet.
We'll have to have a chat later about this Moses business. I don't know how you're going to explain that to the inspector. Now, shall I go first? You follow the constable into the crypt and down the dark steps. You used your talents to select the correct suspect. Many congratulations on a job well done. It's a sight that takes the breath away. the fire of Prometheus, the ruby treasure left by Malachi Snobbish. The constable moves forwards and, standing atop one of the sarcophagi, lifts the gem gingerly from the hands of the huge statue.
Cool. It ain't half heavy. We'd better...
Stay where you are. I'm a crack shot, as my father found out to his cost.
Bring me the ruby.
The doctor takes the ruby from the constable, then backs up the stairs. However, before he leaves, he cannot resist the opportunity to gloat.
Well, payday at last. And seeing as how you all worked so hard to find this place for me, I don't see why you can't enjoy it a little bit longer. Au revoir, my little blue-toed annoyances.
We're trapped. What do we do now?
What indeed? Has the dastardly doctor won a final victory over the gallant investigators? Are you sealed forever in the terrible tomb by the medical monster? As only the hotel manager knows where you are, any hope of rescue must surely be in vain. Will the Blue Toad Agency file on Little Riddle remain open forever, ignominiously stamped, unsolved? Or will you return to finally free this place from evil? Find out when you return one last time in The Flight of the Felonious Fugitive. So, how well did you do in that episode? Player 1. Fantastic. Welcome to this, the final episode of this Blue Toad Murder File. I, the narrator, challenge you to successfully close this case as you attempt to stop the flight of the Felonious Fugitive. 1, 2, 3, or choose your... Well. So here we all are, gazing down on the picture postcard perfection that is Little Riddle. However, for all its seeming tranquility, it is not what it appears. Deep underground in the Snobbish Crypt, the finest investigative agents of the renowned Blue Toad Agency have been entombed alongside the village constable. Is there no way out? Is this the end? You had come to this place solving ancient puzzles left by Lord Malachi Snobbish in the hope of beating the doctor to the Snobbish treasure, a large ruby hidden in the crypt. Unfortunately, the doctor followed you, armed and decidedly dangerous. He took the ruby from the constable, your staunch ally to the end, and left you here, sealing the exit as he left. Are you trapped as it appears? Are you doomed?
Well, it appears we're trapped. We're doomed, I suppose.
Well, that's cleared that up. Highlight where you want to go and click on it. Go on, you can do it. If you are to be entombed, at least you will have someone to talk to while the air runs out.
Whew, I thought we really had him. That would have been one in the eye for the inspector. He's not so bad, though, not really. He just doesn't have your imagination. Mind you, I can hardly put it all together in my head either. Fancy the doctor murdering the mayor, then the miller, his real dad, tricking Moses, who was sort of his dad, but he knew he wasn't, into stealing for him and then squashing the colonel, only he wasn't, seeing as he was really a con man who'd worked some of this out, and then killing my poor Maggie. Whew. Dark in here. Wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for the draft I keep getting on the back of my neck. Catch my death if I don't watch out.
A draft? Could it be the overly sensitive constable has detected the very breath of life?
What?
The constable has detected a crack on the wall of the crypt. Can you tell its shape from the shadow it casts on the floor?
Oh.
What will the ducks reveal? Correct you are! You're finished. That was quick. With nary a hiccup. Well done. Olympian intelligence deserves an Olympian reward. With a bit of directed fumbling, the door grinds open.
Cool. Now that's impressive. Well, even if it leads nowhere, at least we won't suffocate. We'll just starve to death. Or end up eating each other. Or even...
Before your companion can imagine a yet grislier fate, you press on into the tunnel. The narrow tunnel leading from the crypt twists and turns, though it slopes steadily upward. After some minutes, your silent, desperate trek is made all the more urgent.
That was Lady Snobbish. We'd better hurry. She might be in trouble.
Momentarily stunned by the depth of intuition demonstrated by your companion, you rush along the corridor, only to find yourself facing a dead end and a devilishly intricate locking device. There's not a moment to lose! A door is all that stands between yourself and the other side. Are you able to work out how to open it? Ducks! Drum roll! Correct! Great Scott, that was fast. You made that look easy, not an error in sight. There are no words sufficient to describe your brilliance. with a click and a rattle. The wall swings around to thrust you into a hideous scene.
No! How did you?
Ooh!
The constable rushes forward, but the doctor is once again quicker, and he sprints from the room. The chivalrous constable checks on Lady Snobbish. His next words lift a considerable burden of apprehension from your shoulders.
She's alive, thank God. We'd better get the inspector here.
With Lady Snobbish being administered to by the doctor from the neighboring village, Inspector Bragg listens to your story. By its end, even he seems impressed.
Well, well, that's quite a tale and no mistake. I told you to leave this to the professionals, though I have to admit, you arrived in a nick of time for her ladyship. Real sharpish like.
Your prey is at large. Time to trap him! You may have thwarted the doctor's attempt to murder Lady Snobbish, but he has escaped and must now be hunted down. Are you paying sufficient attention? Either you are the reincarnation of Sherlock Holmes, or these questions are too easy. Wonderful work, either way you look at it. The hunt for the fugitive will need to be coordinated. You should visit the police station to join forces with the inspector. You quickly head to the police station.
We've got to stop this here Dr. Chappie from escaping. Sharpish. I'd dearly love to be able to throw hundreds of officers at this, but I ain't got them to throw. I've only got what's on this here list. That's officers and volunteers.
Between the inspector's list and a map of the village, you are certain you can work out a way to cover all possible escape routes. Can you trap the doctor in Little Riddle?
Sharpish.
The doctor must be stopped, and there are only limited resources to patrol all possible routes. Can you place them around the town so that they cover every part of the road?
Ooh.
And your result is on the button. My, weren't you in a hurry? And without a single error being made. You deserve so much more, but this will have to do. Inspector Bragg inspects your work, declaring it fit for purpose.
That should do it. He's not getting out of here any time soon. There's not many places he can hide in this village without some help. Wouldn't put it past him, no. He's conned plenty of them before. You have my permission to search wherever you like. Only I'd recommend the manor and the doctor's own house. We ain't had time to do them proper like. Right, off we all go. Sharpish!
As the doctor cajoled another innocent resident of Little Riddle to conceal him from the law. The doctor must be found. The manor is quiet again, now the inspector has gone elsewhere. Lady Snobbish is still indisposed. The constable left on guard looks like he's heading that way too.
Oh, sorry. It's been a long night. I don't know how you're still going. I suppose I'd better try to stay awake or I'll catch it hot from the inspector. What are you doing here, though? Don't you have to catch the doctor?
You explain to the constable that you want to fully examine the scene of the doctor's last appearance. Perhaps there are clues to be gathered.
I don't know about that. There's not a lot here except for all the footprints. A right mess there is in her ladyship's floor. She's not going to be happy when she sees all the mud and stuff.
Stepping back, you consider the tangle of footprints that track to and fro about the room. The floor of the manor is a mess of dirty footprints, and the light of the police car's siren means they are hard to make out. Can you count how many footprints there are in total? Are you marvelous or moronic? Correct. What? Finished already? Ooh, ooh! No mistakes made. Show off. Well done. Please take. You managed to work out which of the prints belonged to the Felonious physician. Examining them closely and patiently, you managed to isolate the component parts of the stain.
Cool, you ain't half clever. What's that there then? Ashes, straw, and some white stuff.
Your experienced eye and marvelous magnifier together allow you to deduce that the mysterious substance is flour. So, you have identified ashes, straw, and flour. Clues, perhaps, as to the doctor's location? In the meantime, more evidence may help. Onwards! Your investigation has thrown up some leads, and I want to see if you've been paying enough attention to notice them. Can you answer these questions? Fantastic work! Your keen eye and attention to detail will serve you well. Your search for clues to the doctor's whereabouts must continue. Both his house and the library are now on your to-visit list. Is someone hiding him at one of these locations? There will be times when you have to pick from a number of possible The library is distinctly forlorn without the presence of the distinctly ditzy Maggie, another victim of the cold-hearted doctor. As the librarian virtually lived here, it's more than likely that this is the place wherein you will find more information on her liaisons with her lethal lover. Where to start looking, though? One of the library shelves looks strange to you, and it appears that it is trying to tell you something. Can you rearrange the books to reveal the secret message? Did you show intellect or idiocy? Right on the money! Gosh, you got through that one, lickety-split. Oh, and aren't you the smug one? No mistakes. My, aren't you terribly talented? You uncover the librarian's diary. It's so much a product of its owner that it's too easy to imagine the lady who created the sugary prose.
He took me on another walk today. We passed the watermill and paused. I stood guard, and he went in to have a closer look. I suppose he wondered if it were suitable for a more intimate assignation. So romantic. I do love him so.
Another entry piques your interest.
So handsome, my Heathcliff of the health centre. He came to me one scented eve, dressed head to toe in flour. He had gone to the assistance of the hard-pressed miller, helping him to deliver flour to the overworked baker at great cost to himself. What a kind, selfless man.
So, now you know to investigate the watermill, windmill, and the bakery. It's time to leave this place to its tragic ghosts. Once again, you find yourself in the untidy living quarters of the deadly doctor. Watson is on high alert as you carefully search the house, and you are listening as much as looking in case the fugitive returns. You steel yourself, looking around for a weapon. None are to be found. Abruptly, a door opens.
Oh, here now. What a shock. That's woken me up and no mistake.
Calming down, you ask the constable what he's doing.
I was relieved at the manor, so I thought I'd come down here and help search a few places. Don't think I could sleep much knowing he's out there. I found the car that ran Maggie down. It's out the back. We'd better keep looking.
He's right. You return to your search. Amongst the untidiness and dirt, you find a stack of papers that may help you with your investigations. Can you decipher the doctor's notes? Let's find out how you did. That's the one. All wrapped up already? Great heavens! No mistakes made too, you great big swat. Look around you and be comforted. You do seem to have found something of interest, but it's not something easily understood. Oh, it's all in some kind of code. Can you crack it? You assure the constable that you can and encourage him to head back to the police station to try to get some sleep. Reluctantly, he complies. You have the doctor's notebook back at your hotel. Perhaps something in that can help decipher this new evidence. The hotel is suspiciously quiet, with no manager in sight to harass you on your way back to your room. You spend some time poring over the doctor's notebook and the papers you found on the second visit to his house. Abruptly, Watson jumps up, sniffing the pages you're about ready to consign to the dustbin. With that, your canine colleague is away, only to return minutes later with a lemon clutched in his jaws. He's followed by a disgruntled chef.
Hey, where do you go, you damn mutt? Oh, well, how do you like that? It's yours. I should have guessed. How do you like that? I slept all the way up here after that crazy mutt, and it's yours. So tell me, how am I gonna finish my recipe now? He took the lemon. How do you like that? I don't even know if I got enough now. What you gonna do, huh? What you gonna do?
Watson's pilfering may help you out, so it seems only fair you should assist the chef with his problem. The chef must fix his lemon squeezer if he is to finish his recipe. Are you able to repair the machine? And your result is... correct you are. Well done. You're finished. That was quick. With nary a hiccup. Well done. Olympian intelligence deserves an Olympian reward.
Well, how do you like that? I gots to take my hat off to ya. Looks like I'm all done here. But hey, you keep that mutt out of my kitchen, right? Huh? There you go, all done here. How do you like that? Bada bing, done.
The encounter with the chef has woken you up, and you realize that Watson has spotted the obvious that your sleep-deprived mind couldn't grasp. There were gaps in the notes, gaps that the doctor filled in with secret texts using one of the oldest tricks in the book, lemon juice ink. You quickly hold the papers over a candle and reveal more scribbled scrawls. They mention locations you've already dealt with in earlier investigations. However, one note simply reads, train station. It looks as though your investigation is to lead you a merry dance through Little Riddle. Arriving at the post office, you're puzzled to find the inspector but not the postman. Bragg seems unable to help.
I've got no idea where he is.
Hello? Hello? Is there anyone there? I'm in here. Hello?
Do you want to open that door? I thought not. Besides, it'd only slow us down. Now, I need your assistance here, Sharpish.
Is anyone there?
He's only gone and broken the telegraph machine.
I'm in here.
I was about to get a reply from my superiors.
Hello?
Ignoring the plaintive cries of the trapped postman,
Hello?
you look to see if the vital telegraph machine is beyond rescue.
Sharpish!
The telegraph is not working properly, and the messages are getting messed up. Can you make sense of what the inspector's superiors are trying to tell him?
Ooh.
Are you correct? Let's see. Splendid. Great Scott, that was fast. You made that look easy, not an error in sight. There are no words sufficient to describe your brilliance. The telegraph machine begins to chatter away, revealing much of what you have suspected about the doctor.
It seems we've got a real charmer here. If he's the one we think he is, he's got convictions for fraud, burglary, assault, and impersonating officials, including, of course, members of the medical profession. You make sure you call me before you try to take him on, all right? I'll meet you later at the station. We can compare notes then. Now get going. Sharpish?
The doctor would appear to be a very dangerous individual. Roll up your sleeves and sharpen your mind as I ask you for the final time. Can you answer these questions? That clean sweep of questions puts you most resoundingly in my good book. You found ash, straw, and flour at the manor. Where might the doctor be hiding? He must have an accomplice. Will you be able to catch both him and his partner in crime? Despite its ties to heinous murder, it would appear that someone was in a hurry to snap up this particular property. The identity of the new owner proves to be another surprise.
You think it odd? Really? Just look at the place. Quite beautiful. I've admired it since I first came to Little Riddle.
How could she possibly afford such a property on the wages of a clerk, even one of her standing?
I'm very careful with money, positively thrifty, and there's little else for me to spend it on once my very modest living expenses have been dealt with. Never mind that, though. While you're here, I do need your help.
Let us see what so vexes the clerk.
Oh,
The clerk has discovered that her new property has a mouse problem. Can you use her description to work out which route the mouse travels?
oh. There is an annoying rodent that I have been trying to catch with a... He's a crafty one, though, and although he likes to torment me by making sure I have to reset the... Only then do I hear the... Of course, this meant war, so I bought not only more, but also a few... And after the... I now hear... Then, in short order. Unfortunately, the and are now all excited and run around the place, and before I know it, all the and are causing pandemonium. The mouse can run past without any care, although I do hear a final before he runs into his hole.
Let's see how you did. Correct. My, weren't you in a hurry? And without a single error being made. You deserve so much more, but this will have to do. You ask if you can come in and see the old place. Now she's making changes.
Certainly not. I'm still organizing and cleaning it. There's flour everywhere. Also, the old fireplace needed cleaning, and the ash has spread all over the floor. Now, I must get back to work. Goodbye for now.
Quite a day for surprises. Now, on with your investigations. There is a murderer to track down. The bakery is as pristine as ever, with the goods on display smelling quite wonderfully tempting. Even as you enter, you can see that the baker is sorely vexed by something.
Oh, now, if you aren't a sight for sore eyes. Come in, come in. I'm so glad to see you. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm in quite the state. Could you possibly help? I'll be ever so grateful.
Normally, the act of kindness is reward enough, but you do find yourself hoping that the grateful baker might offer some of his wares by way of thanks. The baker has set up a new rotating display to show off his wares. Can you observe which cupcake is not being displayed?
Oh!
What will the ducks reveal? Splendid! What, finished already? Ooh, ooh! No mistakes made. Show off. Well done. Please take this moment to look as smug as possible.
Oh, aren't you the clever clogs? I knew I could rely on you. You are special. Is there anything I could do to say thank you? Anything at all? Anything?
You ask if you could possibly have something to eat.
Heaven's sake, of course you can. Oh, is that all? Oh, please, please help yourself. Least I could do. Bless, something to eat. I never did.
Your mouth full of his fondant, you ask why the other storeroom is out of use.
What storeroom? Oh, silly me, of course. No, I split a bag in there. What a mess. Flour. Oh, everything covered. Need to get right in there and clean it out. Murder on my knees, I tell you. And tennis elbow? Oh, I could go pro. Anyway, sorry to hurry you, but I've got to clean the ovens and get shot of all the old ash. Don't want to get any on you. So bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
And with that, you are cast into the street. At least your hunger for food is sated. You find yourself once again at the train station. This is where the whole sinister sojourn started. Could it be where it will all end?
Well, I never. I'll be with you in a moment now. Now. I haven't seen you in a while. I trust all is well.
You ask what it is that has caused him to be quite so out of steam, as it were.
Oh, now then. Well, it's busier than a body can handle right now. I got permission to go ahead with a cafe after all, so it's been up to me to get everything arranged. Between that, the storage sheds and spreading straw on the flower beds, I'm quite run off my feet. Oh, now then, that reminds me, you can help me with something. Look here now.
You set yourself to help the station master once again. The train is stuck, and the station master is having trouble remembering the name of the station. Can you use the information to figure out at which stop the train is stuck?
Oh!
Let's see how you did. That's the one. Gosh, you got through that one, lickety-split. Oh, and aren't you the smug one? No mistakes. My, aren't you terribly talented? Well done.
Oh, well now, there you are. Many thanks again. That's just what I was needing. Was there anything I could do for you today?
You ask if it's possible to have a look around the storage sheds.
Oh, now then, you don't want to be doing that. It's all oil and ash up there. No. I don't think you want to go up there. I'll tell you what, though, your first cup of tea in the new cafe is on the house. Can't say fairer than that after all the help you've given me. Now, I'd better be getting back. Good day to you. Good day.
Well, it seems the sheds here are sacrosanct. Time to shunt off elsewhere. You make your way to the watermill. You can immediately see why this place would appeal to the doe-eyed librarian.
Oh, for goodness sake, can't you people leave me alone? Look, what do you want? Right, never mind that. Can't imagine anything you want as being a matter of life or death. Seeing as you're here, you might as well be of some use.
Not quite able to believe how bad your luck can be. You look to see what it is you can do to help this ridiculous man. The hotel owner has a problem with leaks in one of the watermill's pipes. Can you fix this for him? Are you marvelous or moronic? Ah, spot on! All wrapped up already? Great heavens! No mistakes made too, you great big swat! Look around you and be comfortable. Once you have completed the hotel manager's latest task, you ask what it is he's doing here.
I'm allowed a hobby, aren't I? Some time off in the peace and quiet, if that's all right with you, of course.
You ask if you can have a look around, seeing as you're interested in old buildings.
Certainly not. I'm far too busy. What do you think this is, A tourist attraction? Really, some people, no respect for the working man. Right, I haven't got time to chinwag all afternoon. Good day to you.
Well, that was rather abrupt. You would almost think he had something to hide. It is time. The police station awaits.
Well, do you know? Easy now, son. We have got to be right about this. We only get one chance to nick him. If we miss, he'll be gone like a rat up her drainpipe. Cowardly scum! Settle down. Now then, let's hear it. Where is he?
Where indeed? From the footprints left by the doctor at the scene of his assault on Lady Snobbish, you will...
Shush! He is.
From the footprints, you were able to tell that the doctor is hiding somewhere that has ash, flour, and straw in abundance. At the watermill, you found the hotel manager enjoying his hobby. Perhaps his leisure time is spent partaking in a little aiding and abetting. When you visited the windmill, you learned that it was now the property of the town hall clerk. Is this just a place for her to get away from it all? Or a place where she can help the doctor get away? From the librarian's diary, you learned that the doctor had once assisted the baker. Is this favor now being repaid? The station master finally got permission to open his cafe. The removal of the mayor has apparently worked to his advantage. But is this simply mere coincidence, or something far more nefarious? 4 suspects, but only one is helping the murderous mastermind who has so horribly harmed Little Riddle and its citizens. So, for the last time, who is the guilty party and where is the deadly doctor? Can you deduce the culprit and prove yourself worthy of your role as a Blue Toad detective? Player 1, you get to choose first. In the end, observation was once again key. The doctor's final ally is, in fact, the baker. There you go. I mean, what's it gonna do? Sure you go. Quite what the baker's motivation is remains a mystery for the moment. However, the evidence is enough. Only one of the 4 locations had every element you sought. The baker spoke of the flour in his stores and the ash from his ovens. And we saw straw being used to display the goods in his shop.
Well, now, that's good enough for me. Now then, you lot, anyone not a copper, you are the reserve. You will act as the cordon in case this villain gets past the rest of us. Only he won't see. I'll have my gun for starters. Lads, do me proud.
We will, Inspector. This one's for Maggie.
Now, let's go and get this blackguard. Sharpish!
You used your talents to select the correct suspect. Many congratulations on a job well done. You are thrilled at some primitive level by the sight of the police and villagers at work. The baker is taken quietly and by surprise.
Can you watch this one? I need to be with the inspector.
Left alone with you, the baker feels the need to confess.
He was going to take me away from all this miserable little village. He had money. What with that and selling this place, I could have gone anywhere. London! Started a little cafe with doilies and chintzy curtains and everything. Chintzy curtains and teapots with flowers on. I've been a bit silly. Oh, I did so want chintzy curtains.
Go get away from me! Don't you try and struggle now! I've got you!
Who do you think you're dealing with?
After some shouting and the noise of a short scuffle, Bragg is triumphant.
He didn't even have his gun with him in the end. Easiest pinch I have made in a long time. took him nice and sharpish like. All he had on him was this ruby.
Cool, that's the one from the crypt. I only had it for a second before he took it off me. He had his gun then.
Here you go then. You have it till we reach the station.
No, you mustn't! With a sudden movement, Bragg flips the ruby to the constable. The poor young man is ill-prepared and fumbles the catch. The ruby hits the cold stone floor and... No! What have you done? What have you done?
Well now, seems your little prize wasn't so valuable as you thought. Now then, let's go and find you a nice cold cell, shall we?
You can't. No, it wasn't supposed to be like this. You weren't supposed to. I was the better man. The better man!
Cool. Fancy that. And it looks so real too.
Can't trust anyone these days.
Listen at you. We'd better get you to the station.
The next morning, you gratefully pack your belongings and head for the station. The inspector is there to meet you.
I just thought I'd come and say my goodbyes. I trust you'll stay out of trouble till you get home. It's been an honour, I must say. A real privilege. That said, I hope we never have to work together again. You lot make me look bad. Goodbye now. Off with you. Sharpish!
And with that, your train gets up steam and slowly chugs out of the station. You sit back in your seat, restful again, knowing that the blue-toed murder file for Little Riddle is once and for all closed.
Yes, sir, they've gone. They don't suspect a thing. You were right. That's right, sir. Led me straight to it. The switch went perfectly.
So, how well did you do in that episode? Player 1, Divine Detecting.